Sometimes regulators also become friends of us. So I also enjoyed talking to them.
Yeah.
Because they keeps advising us, because in difficult situation, based on our relationship. Germans, I feel, they work very religiously. What mentioned in procedure, they will not go beyond procedure. India's total export, being such a big country, and we say that we are the world pharmacy, but our total export is around $28 billion. It is not that much. You see where the $28 billion and $90 billion from Germany.
Okay.
And Germany has less recalls than India. Whatever you compile the data, you make the interpretation, you make the recommendations, what is, how it is behaving, how molecule is behaving, how patients are responding, what is the patient compliance. Everything we do on our own, but it will be presented by a doctor.
Yeah.
So your whole hard work is going to doctors. Then
People will get frightened when such instances happen in a facility, and a lot of the warning letters, observations, and remediation work. What made you to choose such a challenging environment?
See, every problem has a solution. If we have
Good morning, everyone. This is Prashant here from Pharma Now, and today I have privilege of doing a podcast with Mr. Digambar Nigade, President Quality of Amneal Pharmaceuticals. It is also my honor that I'll be interviewing him because early of my career, I have worked under his team and have seen his great leadership and his significant impact on the quality culture of pharmaceutical industry. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Prashant.
Okay, sir. So, how is Pharmig as an event you are seeing today?
Yeah, it is a good gathering, because it is giving, a good feeling for, bringing all microbiologists together, or the people who likes microbiologist or involving, close association with microbiology. They are together here and they are expressing their views.
Okay.
They are trying to learn more things. They are trying to grab, ground for, future of, India or the globe.
Okay.
In pharma industry, I feel that very proud moment for everyone here.
Yep.
They have reached here. They are talking to each other. They are interacting and they are expressing their honest feedback. That's, I feel, because it is the need of hour and it is going in right direction.
Yeah. Good to know, sir. Sir, can you please tell us about your initial years post your education, how the journey has been in pharma?
Just to begin, I did my post graduation from Goa College of Pharmacy. It's a government college. Prior to that, I was in graduation, which is, we call it as B Pharm, and I was qualified in GATE 93. GATE 93, that time GATE exam was conducted by IIT.
Oh.
So I was the only candidate who got qualified in. I was the first student from my college, which was in Pravara Nagar.
Okay, sir.
In Maharashtra. It is near to Shirdi. And then I got admission in government college, Goa College of Pharmacy.
Okay.
Goa College is also one of the oldest college in India.
Yeah.
So like BHU and Goa College, where they started together by Britishers and Portuguese, and that gave me like a age over that, because I did my masters in quality assurance itself, and that time we were having a lot of our faculty members coming from industry.
Okay.
So people means who were heading production or operations and the laboratory operations, they were lecturers for us. Some people, those who were founder member for Indian Institute of Packaging and CU Shaw College of Pharmacy, they were in Mumbai. So they used to come and teach us because this was totally industry oriented program.
Okay.
Quality assurance, and that gave us like a more inclination of practical aspects of what is going in the industry, because in student life we don't get much awareness about what is going to be in industry and what is expected by the new candidates. But the moment we learn everything on what are the injectable aspects, because the science defined for injectable is more clear in guidances. It is not like that for oral dosage forms or other dosage forms.
True.
Because injectable, right from the beginning, there were EC guidance were there. Then there were books for James Agalco was writing. He has written a book. Then Berry and Nash for process validation and pharmaceutical validation book was there. That Marshall Decker series of books we used to refer, and those were knowledge source for us during those period. I started my career in the early 95 after completing my post graduation. I worked for a middle segment company called as Crosslands that time.
Okay.
Later on, it was taken over by Ranbaxy.
Mhm.
But I had left before Ranbaxy took over. I worked for that company for 1 year only.
Okay.
And then I moved to Dr. Reddy's Laboratories in 96.
Oh, okay.
So that time Dr. Reddy's was also not a big company. It was a API based company, and they were coming up with formulations.
Okay.
And they were constructing. There were old facilities were available, but they were constructing new facilities in Bachpalli,
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Okay.
So and Bolaram was their main parent foundation there.
Yeah.
There were some formulation plus API setup was there.
Mhm.
But gradually they moved to Bachpalli, and you can see nowadays Bachpalli is a bigger setup for them.
True.
And it's most popular also in India. After working there in Dr. Reddy's, I moved to Dabur Oncology. So Dabur Oncology, which was in Delhi, it was a Dabur Research Foundation. We used to call it as a DRF.
Okay.
And I got a chance to work there in Dabur Research Foundation in 1997. So I moved to Delhi in 1997. Then I stayed in Delhi almost till 2008. 6 years I worked for Dabur Oncology. So in that 6 years, I was on deputation to Baddi plantals for regulated market, because we wanted to go for South Africa and European market. So there I was there for on deputation. Plus I was deputed in UK for 6 months.
Okay.
For setting up that manufacturing and commissioning of facility over there in England.
Okay.
So there it was different exposure, because those 6 months were it was learning curve, means how the Western people they work.
Yeah.
And isolator technology was just coming up. There was no isolators in India during that period.
Okay.
But I had a chance to work with innovators of isolators.
Okay.
Uh,
Very early days of
very early days, and
when was this? Which in 99?
It was in 1990,000.
Okay. Okay.
Then after coming from there, from UK, because meanwhile I was in between 98 till 2002, I was deputed in Mumbai for Tata Memorial Hospital for clinical research.
Okay.
From Dabur Oncology. So I used to conduct phase 2B trials or phase 3 trials and phase 4 trials, clinical trials for oncology molecules. So I was instrumental in introducing those molecules like oncology molecules in Indian market, like paclitaxel for different indication. Then topotecan was one molecule which was completely means I was instrumental in doing the clinical trial. When irinotecan was there, ifosfamide was there for adjuvant therapy. There were multiple molecules were there. Plus, I was doing multiple clinical trials for other products also, because since I was in clinical research during that period, so I used to do clinical research on Ayurvedic products also.
Okay.
For because it was a common division for them for Dabur. So Ayurvedic plus oncology products. So it was a mix of both. So I used to go
Really
through combination. So it was huge difference.
Okay.
But when I was in clinical research, I feel that this field is mainly dominated by medical doctors.
Yes. Yes.
And what happens in that, you may be doing everything, because you are writing case report forms, you are doing everything for that research, providing medication, everything. But you can't speak to the patient, and even though right approach anything, you are not allowed to speak to the patient.
Yeah.
So only doctor only can write, and from his case report, whatever you want to transcribe, and you fill your case report form.
True.
So that was very difficult, and whatever you compile the data, you make the interpretation, you make the recommendations, what is, how it is behaving, how molecule is behaving, how patients are responding, what is the patient compliance, everything we do on our own, but it will be presented by a doctor.
Yeah.
So your whole hard work is going to doctor. So then how long we can keep working for something else? Then I decided, this is not the field for me.
Okay.
I belong to, core quality assurance. So then I was then again transferred back to the quality assurance.
Okay.
Yeah, after coming back from, because means learning, taking the learnings from England tour, I feel that then Dabur was having a smaller operation, because it was not big operation. Then I tried to, move and take some another challenge. And then I came to Ranbaxy corporate quality.
Okay.
So Ranbaxy corporate quality means Ranbaxy during that period, it was the number one company in India. They were even paymasters. And Dabur was also equally a paymaster, but it was not that much of popularity for Dabur.
Yeah.
Dabur as a whole group, it was also around 800 crores turnover.
Okay.
And Ranbaxy was around 950 crores turnover that time.
Oh.
And when I joined Ranbaxy, I went to corporate QA. So my immediate superior was Dr. Uday Kumar Rakibe, and I know him since then. Prior to that, also in Dabur Oncology, he was there. So he helped me to get established in Ranbaxy, because getting established in Ranbaxy is very difficult.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I had blessings of Mr. Ranjit Barshikar, who was our global quality head that time. So those two gentlemen, they influenced my, means pharmaceutical career to the great extent. But later on, I worked there for 5 years. So I used to go, I became more popular in Ranbaxy environment, because I used to go for auditing for all sites globally. For Devas, Punta Sahib,
Okay.
Mohali, and other places also. There was a factory in Goa also, because we had facilities in China, Malaysia,
Okay.
and Ireland. So those all facilities, I used to support them. I used to visit them, and it gave me a very great confidence that when I was leaving Ranbaxy, so I was offered to be head of quality for Europe.
Okay.
But because of my family priorities, I could not accept that challenge. I regret it now also, because I could have been there and settled there, but it was not meant for me. That is what I understand now. Then I moved to after completing 5 years work in Ranbaxy. Means in fact, my regulated environment work started in Ranbaxy.
Okay.
Because everything what we were producing, it was going to US market, and Ranbaxy was around $1 billion plus company at that time.
Yeah.
And DS Brar, he was very visionary leader, and he had very beautiful plans for Ranbaxy to grow. And he wanted Ranbaxy to become $2 billion and $5 billion in a stipulated time period. So Ranbaxy was looking very good, but all of a sudden some leadership changes they happened. There were some troubles, turbulence came in Ranbaxy.
Yeah.
So a little bit atmosphere became hazy in Ranbaxy. So then I decided to move away, and I went to Bangalore in Strides Circle Lab in corporate quality there.
Yeah.
And I got a chance there to work for 3 years. In that, then independent site came to me as a leader. So whole microbiology or quality control, validation, cleaning validation, quality assurance, everything came to me and became like it was a first time setup to handle.
Yeah.
And with that experience, then I started my journey. I completed 3 years over there. Then again, I had moved back to, because Ranbaxy called me back.
Okay.
Because they were signing the consent decree, and they wanted people earlier, good people to come back. So that time Dale Atkinson was the head of quality from Daiichi Sankyo. It was not a Ranbaxy alone, but it was a Ranbaxy Daiichi Sankyo.
Okay.
Then when I came to this one, I came in regional quality, and it was for helping Ranbaxy to come out of consent decree.
Yeah.
So a lot of efforts were put on remediation front. I worked for 3 years there. Finally, when I was leaving from Ranbaxy, I was heading Devas site as a quality head.
Okay.
So it was the biggest site for Ranbaxy.
Okay.
And from that site, more than 5,000 applications worldwide were filed.
Okay.
And you can say that almost export to 150 countries. It was there.
Oh. Okay.
So it was a huge operation, and handling such a bigger team that time, it was a challenge. But somehow, with support of everybody and good people, it came to very consolidated, and I could handle it very successfully.
Was about to ask the same question to you, because usually people will get frightened when such instances happen in a facility, and a lot of the warning letters, observations, and remediation work. What made you to choose such a challenging environment?
See, every problem has a solution. And, we should be very optimistic that you can solve the problem. If you have solution oriented thinking, you can solve the problem.
Yep.
Because your learning start when problem is there. Because you should not end your thinking when problem is there. Your thinking should start when problem is there.
Yeah.
So what's the next solution? Because this kind of situation in every organization, you can see that they are coming warning letter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying consent decree, because consent decree was exceptional. That was the only company in India. The consent decree was signed by that organization in court with FDA. But getting away from consent decree is a challenge. But Ranbaxy was such an organization, because it was very huge organization. Plus, there was, in spite of not supplying to US market, their turnover was not going down, because they were doing tremendously very good in European market, African market, and rest of the world.
Okay.
And even Canada. And they were supplying to US, because US supply was around 23% total. Okay. And almost more than 74%, 75% around that, 70 to 75% supplies were to global market.
Okay.
And tremendously, they did, their turnover did not go down, in spite of, import alert and consent decree signing. It was growing only. But Daiichi Sankyo could not, cope up with this kind of generic setup, because they were with mindset that, they were innovator company.
Novel molecules.
Yeah. So they were having 6 to 7 molecules, and they were around $7 billion company. Japanese company, 5 to 6 products, very set processes.
Okay.
But when they came to Ranbaxy, they found that it is very complex situation, because these people are in a year they are filing almost 60-70 NDAs, so many applications. Their program for any developing any molecule or any application is maybe 6 to 7 year program. But here, when in India, typically they saw in Ranbaxy that it is 9 months to 18 months is the cycle time for filing the product. They were little confused, because they used to because how come you will work like this, or means they were just understanding, because for generic market they were very new, Daiichi Sankyo people.
Okay.
But somehow they could not cope up, and then they had to sell it back to means some others. Sun Pharma took over later on.
Okay.
That's apart. But after Ranbaxy, before Sun took over, I moved to Wockhardt.
Okay.
Because it was means family priorities, plus means there means some known people were there, so
Okay.
to help them, I was there.
Okay.
But later on, when I saw there, it was gone beyond repair, in Wockhardt, because it was not, FDA was not budging.
Yeah.
Because maybe prior issues, they were thinking that, this company cannot sustain or something like this. That was the mindset, FDA was having. then we were, means not comfortable, because management also cannot, all of a sudden, if there is no hope from agency side, they cannot put resources into, remediation.
Yeah.
So and so on. We were exclusively working for remediation activities. So then I decided to move to some other company.
Okay.
Then I thought, means Lupin was better company, because there was no warning letter, nothing.
Yeah.
And my interview happened, and all of a sudden, in between my interview and, joining, the audit happened for that particular. I was in Indore.
Okay.
So somehow that audit did not go well.
Okay.
And I was thinking that I will work for, means very clean and, absolutely means green zone.
No issues. Yeah.
No issue.
True.
But that did not get away,
True.
the moment I joined, the response was going there, means already response was submitted by that organization.
Okay.
Subsequent 2-3 audits happened there, but they were all okay.
Okay.
But that one site, one FA number, FDA issued the warning letter, and it continued for almost 3-4 years.
Oh. Okay.
So that was also means good experience for learning, because a lot of resources put by Lupin management, because Lupin took it very seriously. They ran the program. So during that period, there was a huge learning curve. Again, I had a chance to work with world class consultant.
Okay.
So even working with consultant, we started from strides, because for improvements, and Ranbaxy also, and
Yeah.
Wockhardt also, and Lupin also. But here the approach was different in Lupin, because
Okay.
Lupin was more keen on resolving the problem.
Okay.
So Mr. Nilesh Gupta, he himself, he is very clear person in thought process. So it went to in different level.
Okay.
It took time, but finally Lupin came out of warning letter from that site also, and Goa site.
Okay.
But then after 5 years, I got a chance to go get away from this one, and I wanted to make my career in injectable. So by DRL Biologics, I worked for a shorter period, but immediately I got this bigger role, because that was a small setup
Okay.
in DRL Biologics. But when I got this Amneal option, then I immediately switched over, because here the setup was very big, because almost more than 20-24 lines are there,
Okay.
going for US market.
Okay.
When I started career, there were, hardly 2 to 3 lines here.
Yeah,
In
true.
India, we're supplying to the US market.
Yeah.
Now, if we see in India, there are, more, you can say more than 150 lines will be there, which are approved by the US FDA for
Yes.
injectable dosage form.
Yeah.
So that scale, the injectable business has, increased. And injectable is going to be future, because our biologics, which is picking up.
Yeah.
Because free finish is going to be again the injectable portfolio.
True.
So we need to learn, biologics also, because biologics, it is an expensive business. The development is also very expensive.
Yeah.
It is not that you are, very easy, because in our normal generics, we can do, 10-12 filings in a year. That's not a problem, because the cost is very less.
Yeah.
But when you go for biologics, the development program, because of clinical, it goes very high. More than $50 million
Yeah.
goes.
So I believe both cost and time are having the concerns here. So
And you should get similarity also, biosimilar. It is similar. They're not equivalent, they are
biosimilars. Yeah.
biosimilars.
So what do you just give us some more data on this? When you say conventional generics
Mm.
and when you say biologics, so you were just mentioning that in company like Ranbaxy, they were India is fired well within 8-10 months. So what will be the cycle duration compared to generics to biosimilars?
So biosimilar, because of now there is a new guidance for biosimilars also by FDA. We can get a waiver for clinical also.
Okay.
So with that, cycle time and cost is also reduced.
Yeah.
But I don't see the cost going much down, but it's still, 10, 20, 20, $25 million cost will
Okay.
remain.
Okay.
Uh,
That is per molecule.
Per molecule,
Okay.
only one. This, because you have to do setup from your cell culture,
Correct.
then cell bank,
Yes.
then your scaling up, and
Yeah.
then upstream, downstream,
Yeah.
getting into the your API level,
True.
and then again getting into fill finish.
Yeah.
Fill finish you can have, because that is very easy
Yes.
to get the facility here in India, because
Yeah.
most of the CMOs also available. But getting the active moiety is the very difficult task, and that to have less of impurities, more purer form, plus it should be similar to your innovator,
Yeah.
biologically similar, because these are more important aspects in biologics products.
Okay.
That's why they are very complex, but they are gaining good market. You can see the biologics, which is Merck is selling worldwide. The Keytruda is the product. That product, one product itself is $30 billion product. Means our total export of India is of around $28 billion, but
Yeah.
Merck's one product in the global market is $30 billion.
Okay.
So this is the difference of means you can see the biological molecule, how much it can
Yeah.
gain.
Yeah.
But one has to have that kind of appetite also to invest into biological molecules to develop.
Yeah.
In India, some companies have done, like Lupin has done,
Yeah.
Zydus is doing, Amneal has 2 3 biological molecules in market. They are commercialized.
Okay.
And in Amneal, we have complex molecules plus complex injectables and new drug applications. So recently we have from our injectable site we have launched the Brickia, which is dihydroergotamine. It's a new drug application in US market.
Okay.
That is also gaining good ground. So this kind of newer products, high value products, if you manufacture, then only you can support for means some compliance cost.
Okay.
Otherwise it is very competitive market.
Okay.
You may manufacture millions of units, but finally if you are not making any profits, then
True.
where from the money will come to invest into the new technologies or other aspect, then thinking gets changed, because it's all mindset. But
Yeah.
I find company like Amneal and some other Indian players. Amneal is very unique because they started their business in US. Both brothers are very unique in thought process. They
Okay.
are very compliance oriented.
Okay.
They feel that means patients are more important than anybody else.
Yeah. True.
So with that thought process, and integrity is very important for them, and they say that the quality is backbone of their growth, or it's a foundation for the Amneal's growth.
Okay.
So whatever they are today, they say that because of integrity and quality, we are here. Otherwise, we cannot sustain in business. That's thought process. That's why it is more enjoyable to work in such kind of setup.
True.
And feeling proud when after reaching here, leading India cluster for injectable, for new products like microsphere lines, microsphere products. I got one approval. And there's two NDA 505(b)(2), 2 3 products. We have approvals. Plus ophthalmic range, we have good products. There are also aseptic lines, aseptic bag line, bag product. We are means in process of filing. Probably we may be the first in India for making the aseptic bag lines. So
Okay.
aseptic bag line is a very difficult setup to qualify and manufacture those products.
Okay.
PS bag line, we have multiple companies doing work for that. But aseptic bag line is the complex one.
Okay.
Companies catching my boss or he's my friend, but we know from Ranbaxy, my like Dr. Uday Kumar Akibe, Dr. Sanjay Jain is also very close to me, and he also is very quality oriented. He is sharp guy.
Okay.
And, he has done PhD when he was working. So, and very honestly, he has done this PhD. Means
Okay.
not like with other guys. So he has really worked on the project, and he never disclosed his position to the guide till the time he completed the PhD.
Okay.
That's unique behavior, because he wanted to maintain that teacher and students relationship has to be maintained.
Yeah.
This is how. So this kind of very many good people, in farming also. I know most of the people, like, Manish, but
Okay.
we crossed over for many places. There are many other, leaders in pharma, those who came, means I become a friend of them.
Mhm.
Sometimes, regulators also become friends of us.
Okay.
So I also means enjoyed, means talking to them,
Yeah.
because they keeps advising us, because in difficult situation, based on our relationship.
Okay.
So because they are also human being,
Okay.
regulators also human being, they also keep advising. With this mix of blend, I feel that, because it is not difficult to handle those challenges like warning letter or
Yeah.
report alert, but you need to have concrete plan. There has to be very focused approach on handling those problems, because
Yeah.
what FDA wants, it's Alcoa principles
Yeah.
very robustly implemented. If you go for more towards automation in our processes, it will help us to gain the trust of regulators, because human errors generally, they are doubted.
Yeah.
But in machine errors or instrument error, if we prove it, they are not doubted, because you can trust on them instruments like this.
Yeah.
So,
So on that front, sir,
mm,
so what do you feel like in your 25 plus years of journey? So the compared to your initial days and the present day, and how the future of the quality looks like.
future of quality is, very bright, because India is becoming manufacturing hub for, pharmaceutical. And as Indians, we have a moral responsibility to serve patients globally.
Okay.
Irrespective of, market value, we should have, good products going outside our custody. We should not release the wrong batch to the market.
Yeah.
There should not be a harm to the patient for the product what we have produced or the unit what we have released.
Yeah.
That's the aim. Earlier, there was no much focus on quality.
Yeah.
But last 2 decades, the quality has become a prime, because if there is no regulatory basis for quality assurance as a terminology.
True.
Because all agencies, they say that it is a quality unit or
Yeah.
QC unit.
Yeah.
But somehow, as the industry and regulatory agencies convenience, this quality assurance has come up, and which has become supreme above QA and manufacturing,
Yes.
QC and manufacturing.
Manufacturing. It's a driving factor.
Driving factor.
Yes.
So there is no regulatory basis, or there is no approval in quality assurance in Indian setup also in FDA. Either you can be approved chemist, approved manufacturing chemist, and microbiologist.
True.
You don't have, approved quality assurance guy. So
Okay.
this is only industry convenience. It has become, quality assurance as more popular, and it has is emerged as, means more important and prominent department. Going forward, quality has to play important role, and maintain our quality as good as, what Germans are doing currently. If you see, most of the people, they keep giving example for Germans, because Germans, I feel, they work very religiously. What mentioned in procedure, they will not go beyond procedure.
Yeah.
For value wise, if you see the export of Germany for pharmaceuticals is around $100 billion, 90 to $100 billion
Yeah.
from Germany to other global market.
Yes.
India's total export, being such a big country, and we say that we are the world pharmacy, but our total export is around $28 billion.
Okay.
It is not that much. You see where the $28 billion and $90 billion from Germany,
Okay.
and Germany has less recalls than India.
Yeah.
Means less regulatory trouble than India.
Yes.
So somewhere means we have to also be more practical and tactical also.
Yeah.
Be smart, so that we don't get into trap for means regulatory hurdles.
Yeah.
Because scientists, they have most of the capabilities, because we get lot of approvals.
Yeah.
And pipeline is available for means from Indian companies point of view, for next 2 3 years or 5 years, they have good pipeline, approvability is there.
Mhm.
But if there is a regulatory hurdle, if site goes into OAI status or warning letter, then your new approvals will be stuck. Then your whole plan is disrupted. Your organization becomes shaky because of the new revenue generation capacity. Everything gets impacted.
Yeah.
Then whole blame comes to then quality.
Yeah.
So instead of getting into that, quality can be proactive and make things more better and better future for means everyone.
True.
So quality can give comfort to the management as well as manufacturing colleagues and the patients. So we have to be like judicious in our using our powers. While doing the batch release also we have to be judicious, otherwise it is very difficult to
True.
make the thin line difference whether I can release the batch or I cannot release the batch, because there are very ifs and buts in that. Because now the scale of batch manufacturing record has become such a huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Testing requirement have gone very way high.
Yeah.
So too much of testing as well as too much of recording has become very difficult. An electronic, one aspect of that electronic intervention is that if you do electronic intervention and if you lose the data, then even though your batch is okay, you are not able to release the batch. So that becomes a flip side of the electronic intervention. So somewhere we have to strike the balance, right balance.
Yeah.
How we can save products and manufacture good products, not having rejects or rejection is less, no market complaints or very limited market complaints or negligible market complaints, quality complaints. False complaint or non-genuine complaints can come.
Yeah.
But no recalls, we have no stability failures. So that's the aim for quality function. Work proactively.
True.
Do it very religiously, passionately. Then the sky is limit for means quality department. Means that is what I feel as of now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And also, like, you have faced so many challenges with almost, there are certain challenges which followed you. One of the company example, what you were giving. So, what will be the message to the young, pharmacist or young biologist who will be joining pharmaceutical industry? So, what is the message you want to give it to them so that they can follow it and they can bring the change what the industry needs?
See, for young people, those who are coming in pharma industry, whether it is microbiology department or any other department, you have to be very knowledgeable and you have to be open for doing hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work, not only hard work, it should be smart work. You should be knowledgeable, and we have to have innovative thinking, and we should be AI savvy, because artificial intelligence, it is going to take over for most of the jobs.
True.
Then scheme is the activity, and if you are not used to handle this AI tools or something, then you will be out of race. So you have to be therein along with the AI, the person who is knowledgeable with AI as well as the skill set. He can sustain very well and he can grow in the industry. They have to be tuned to the industry growth, not only in India, what is happening outside India, because micro is everywhere.
Yeah.
Microbiology, if you see setup, it is the microorganism identification, everything from gram staining and others. This one techniques, they remain same.
Yeah.
Till now, means
The basic remains the same.
Basic remains same. It is in Western world also it is same. In Indian subcontinent also it is same.
Yeah.
If you go to Australia, it is remain same, or Japan, you go remain same.
True.
So it has to be means what new techniques they bring.
Yeah.
Like we are saying rapid microbiology techniques are there, or real time environmental monitoring is there. How those can be adopted, but they will be expensive.
Yeah.
But what is the principle there? You can see some videos of that, or literature you can read on that. And the whenever you get a chance, you can try to bring it in your setup.
Yeah.
That kind of approach should be there, mindset should be there, because you should be always eager to learn new things. Routine is okay, but whatever you do, it has to be 100% question free.
Yeah.
It should not, there should not be any scope of objection for the work you have done. And there should not be mistakes in your work, what you have done, what record you have created, that should be mistake free. That utmost care everyone newcomer has to take care. They cannot do the mistake and leave it to supervisor to review it and correct it. No, it has to be mistake-free work.
Yeah.
And I think if they remain focused, industry, they can grow and sustain very well.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. With this, we'll try to bring this podcast to an end. Thanks for your time, and your journey itself is an inspiration to us, and I'm sure to a lot of our viewers. And thank you for your message for the young generation, which I'm sure if they implement and they rightfully go in that direction, will be a rightful path for the pharmaceutical industry and also to achieve the greatness. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to discuss all these things. It refreshes my memory also, but it gives a feel good factor also.
Yeah.
That people also can grow in industry. They can grab good positions. They can contribute to the global health.
Yes.
They can serve the patient. This is a noble cause and it is a noble work. And they can be in this stream other than going in somewhere else. They can be in pharma industry. That is what I expect.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.